Like, I could not run the game while XSplit was up. It
Okay.
wasn't even me attempting to stream at the time. It was if I had XSplit up and I tried to launch Monster Hunter, it would shut down. Or if Monster Hunter World was already up and then I tried to launch XSplit, Monster Hunter World would shut down. It was a weird glitch. I had to get some tech help. There is a play release out, public play release out for XSplit that works, and that fix is going to be incorporated into the normal XSplit, but it hasn't yet.
Okay.
Hey, Terry. To answer your question for everyone who wasn't here, none of your characters are going to be important today. The only existing character that matters will be Ray. But don't worry, I have ways to keep everybody participating anyway.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Sounds good.
you're the focus this week.
So everybody else is in Ravnica doing the previous adventures. We're flashing back in time to just Ray's adventure from when he split from the party.
So am I still level 2 or am I level 3?
Well, I asked you earlier if you were level 3 or not, and you didn't answer. So I'm assuming you were either 3 or 4, and kind
Well,
of
I
curious
was
on
level 2 when we left. If we had leveled, and I'm level 3, but I don't have my guns, which is my ranged weapon. So my
that. You got
Yeah,
I have a hat.
a
I am not choosing hat as my melee weapon. Well, maybe. Am I fucking not Kung Lao? God damn, the guy with the hat in Mortal Kombat.
At the moment, that's what you got.
Okay.
Do you want to boost yourself up to 3 or 4 real quick? Take your pick. Can you do it quick or not?
Yeah, but no, I have it in my head. It's let me just update my HP and then we'll be good.
Okay.
you're still naked though.
Yeah, you're quite naked.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
Yes,
armor
I am
class will be
killing
the
the cinnamon bear,
same.
Puma.
But it was my cons. Okay, let me roll a d8 real quick. Oh, not 2d8. Dang it. Okay, I saw the 4. We'll just take the 4. So 4 plus con is 6, so 23 hit points. Okay, we're good.
We're all happy?
Yeah, we're good. We'll go to level 3.
Fantastic. So, to recap where things left off with Ray, as the Orzhov ship was dropping down on top of the Shadow Dancer, I believe Ray decided it was in his best interest to not be anywhere near the Orzhov Syndicate, correct?
Yeah, he has no desire to be anywhere near the Orzhov or the Azorius. He is anything dealing with that kind of oppressive law, not really Ray's thing.
Cool. So somehow he left notes for his BFFs in his jacket, and he tore off like a bat out of hell into the rebel strips, which you all see the image of the rebel strips, right?
Yep. Also, congratulations, Ray. Your note, because we found it, spurred Martine to try to get sober from peppermint sticks.
Yeah, Ray has no idea what it was. That it was him being a manipulative bastard.
I mean, a GM keeps dropping peppermint into her path and tempting her, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Ray, booking for all of his life, tore off through the rebel strips, basically parkour on steroids, leaping over debris, sliding under debris, wrapping around corners as fast as he can go. And eventually, he started to think that he was in the clear when he found himself knocked back onto his ass, clothesline style.
Okay.
And then things kind of went a little hazy and black. And
As they would.
And he woke up in a very different location.
Okay, important.
Yes.
Does Ray still have his hat?
Yes. Ray's dignity shall be spared. Ish.
It is on his head, right?
Yes.
Like his actual head, not being
Yes.
euphemistic here.
Does Ray have a token? Do we have a token for Ray?
Oh, do I have a token? I
Uh,
actually do not have a token for Ray.
oh,
What?
boo. Oh, there you go. You get one now. I don't know. I can't even drag over your little picture. I guess you'll have to do that.
Character sheet, edit. Let's see if I can upload anything. What do I got?
Anything.
I don't really have anything right now.
You
I
can use a generic token of a naked guy.
don't think I have a generic token of a naked guy.
You might have to look it up on Google.
Whatever. Oh, we'll just go with a generic token. That work?
Sure.
Where am
The very middle of the you can see the map now, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You are in the very center of the water.
Okay.
Bloop,
Beep-doop.
bloop.
Apparently I can't drop my token in.
So make a character sheet for Ray.
Well, there is a character sheet for Ray. It should be Rayovoth.
So Chester should be able to just drag and drop whatever is available there, so long as he is set up that you can control it.
Yeah, the only thing there though is just the generic symbol still, and it's not actually letting me do anything with that. I've tried a few times. Oh, there we go.
Okay, and I have control of it. So I'm going to put it right in the center.
Yep.
Okay.
So, upon awakening, you find yourself in water that is just over ankle deep. Your mouth was thankfully out of the water and you did not suffocate. You're laying flat on your back. You can hear through the water the garbled sound of lots of raucous cheering. And, well, if you look around, you see an audience, which would probably do Rakdos proud looking at the venue.
Okay.
You can feel on your chest, just outside of the water,
Mm-hmm.
is your hat.
Oh,
Which
so
means-
I'm not wearing my hat.
No, it's laying on your chest, but
Oh.
someone did think to let you keep it. Not that they
Okay.
covered up anything with it.
Eh.
And that is where you were laying. You hear someone, it sounds like, speaking very loud, but with your ears under the water, it's kind of hard to hear or understand what's going on.
Okay.
And that's where you are.
Okay. Okay, sweet. I just need to double check what all I got it through. Okay. So I'm going to kind of eyes open up, look around, like not actually stand up yet because like I see the crowd and I realize that this requires at least some amount of flourish. I don't do a kip up because it's kind of weird underwater. It's hard to get the momentum with ankle deep water.
Mhm.
So I kind of flip onto a knee, grab my hat, like flick it as like much as like kind of actually kind of whip it a little bit to get the water to kind of spray out, and then do a flourishing bow, and then put it back on my head, and then just stand there, one hand behind my back, and then one hand kind of up, and I kind of do one of these things.
You hear a boisterous laugh that echoes from around this makeshift chamber. You're not really sure how this chamber came to be, as it looks like this maybe used to be a little town square of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
You are definitely surrounded by all manner of goblins, kobolds. You see some ogres in the back, some humans, some elves. There's no questioning that you have been captured by the Gruul.
Okay.
You actually see some of their graffiti around the very outskirts on the rocks. So this looks to be a special place for them, perhaps, that they have constructed from the rubble.
Okay.
The voice that laughed clears his throat and starts speaking as if he's resuming something he was already talking about before he was entertained by your middle finger.
Mhm.
In his boisterous voice, he says, "The rites of becoming Gruul, whether you have come from outside the guild or making your entrance into adulthood, center around being buried alive. When you enter the shallow grave, the person you were before is dead. Your past wrongs and errors are forgotten, but so are your past accomplishments. No matter how well you proved yourself in battle before, when you rise from the earth, you are untested."
I'm gonna look at him and be kind of like, look at the water. Look at the what I'm assuming is a fairly deep amphitheater at this point. Like, kind of mimic, like, mouth shallow? And then it was like grave and kind of kick at the water a little bit. And then be like, somebody needs to teach you the meaning of the word symbology. This is not shallow. Kick at the water. This is not a grave. And as for untested, and I'm just going to start chuckling. You can go ahead and fuck yourself. Because believe me, and I'm going to point to the burns that basically cover my entire half side of my body. Believe me, I've been tested. Sometimes I came up wanting. Sometimes I excelled. But don't give me this untested bullshit. I ain't no virgin, and nor are you.
"You seem to be confused about one thing, our friend. You have yet to be buried. This is the burial portion of your day." And at that point, from there, a giant slug-looking, disgusting insectoid thing leaps from the water.
Giant?
Giant slug. Like, it's not giant compared to Ray, but compared to a slug, it is quite large.
All right, thank you.
I need each of the other players to please roll a 1d4.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's between Terry and Martine. If you guys want to roll again, or one of you can just choose to be the winner, I don't care.
I don't know what this is for.
Oh, this is going to be who gets to play the slug in this combat.
No, we rolled it the same again. Terry, do you want to play a slug?
I would enjoy playing the slug, but I think it'd be better if you were to bloody Scott's nose in front of everybody.
I am slightly distracted, actually, by candy canes right now. So if you think you would enjoy it, I would suggest you take it. And the next time this comes up, I'll take it.
Considering the slug apparently has multiple personalities, can I have an advantage on this initiative roll?
First, we're establishing who's taking control of it.
No. We are multiple personality slug. We are actively discussing before we attack you which personality is taking you on.
Can I insight roll the slug to determine it has dissociative disorder and work as his therapist?
You can try and verify what player it is, but first I need to know who the player is so I can send them a message.
Oh.
Gonna be Terry?
Yeah, Terry.
Yeah, Terry on.
It's fitting with Crawl, is it not? So in your handouts, there is one called 003B, Gruul Trials 01. You can see that, correct?
I do not see it. Negative.
No, but I said I gave it to you. Can be edited by, add to your journal would probably be where I actually need to put it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wrong column.
Possibly.
All right. Try now.
Yes, GM information. And imagine that.
There we go.
Out of clarification, so just so I know, the water is difficult to drain, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
For you.
Yeah, I understand that. How high are the walls?
They are about 9 feet high and are lined with unfriendly people and creatures.
Sweet.
who have bows knocked and ready for the most part for the first row.
Again, sweet. Not a race concern right now. Like, honestly, this entire thing is kind of, yeah.
Proving you're worthy of survival.
Okay.
So yes, you may roll for initiative, Slug and Ray.
What's great is Terry doesn't actually know the capabilities or stats of his creature.
Yes, he does.
17 for me.
Tree, unless I got something else for initiative.
That sounds like my keyboard.
Click.
It's a laptop, you know.
Okay, since I don't actually have the Cafea, I'm going to take it off because it's kind of...
It's hot in here.
It's getting hot in here. Take off
Mhm.
all your clothes.
Taking off all my clothes is how you get banned from Twitch.
Plus, you have to send me money for that. That's not a free service on this website.
Yeah, no.
Keep the hat on. Keep the hat on. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
So Scott's goes first then, I guess. 17.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and, ignoring the slug, I need to make sure of something. Sorry.
Scott's gonna try and break my
It's fine.
game.
You got 6 seconds though.
I know. I just need to make sure that Step of the Wind does what I think it does.
Scott's gonna try and break my game, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so I'm going to use Step of the Wind to ignore difficult terrain and double my movement speed and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And you said 9 feet, right?
9 feet vertical.
Because of mobility, I'm going to jump onto here, so that's another 20 feet, and punch this goblin.
Okay.
Have you dropped your character? Oh, it's over there. Never mind. It's over on the right. Oh, that makes sense.
Sorry, it's what monks do.
No, I was just oddly. I don't know why I didn't think right. I was thinking north or.
Why would I go towards the slug? I'm not gonna go to the fight that they wanted me to fight
I
in.
was actually thinking south.
I'm actually so. I wanted your permission for this. I actually don't really care so much about the goblin. I'm really trying to like. I'm gonna actually do a shove attack, honestly. So this is an athletics check. I'm not actually all that great at. So yeah. Oh no, actually, I'm horrible at shove attacks. So yeah, I will go ahead and do an attack. But I'm basically trying to get the bow from him. But I only get one attack, so. So 14 to hit the goblin.
That is a negative. You did not strike the goblin.
Okay. That's my turn.
Well, I guess I have to roll initiative for a goblin now, don't I?
Stu seems to be better than me.
Two.
I personally think the girl would be delighted with this. They presented me a stupid challenge, and I completely broke the rules.
So the goblin is technically before Terry, but he was surprised, so we'll go ahead and let Terry have his turn first.
Terry can't move the worm.
Very
Sorry,
can't
flip
move one. Lame. That means I'm going to do that on all of these, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Edit. No.
It's just the tequila bottle. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
How do I give you control of that? Really? Can I not give him control of that?
Yeah, it should be controlled by. There's
There
in
we go.
player's
I found
journal
it.
and then controlled
Yep.
by.
Ah, found it. All right, try now, Mr. Terry. Boom.
Holy crap, that is a fast slug.
What's the matter? I'm just dashing to climb up, and I'm pretty much on the edge of that wall, just so I
Okay.
can go after him. But I guess I'm going to try to start eating whoever's there, or use his ability and use the special ability for whatever that creature is and try to go inside it.
Oh, Ray now has a great plan.
So you're going to try and crawl into the goblin. Okay. Well, you should
Sorry,
probably
Chester, I think
attack on that as well. Because I think malleability is intended for like crawling between crevices, but I'll let you try and crawl into the goblin's mouth if you want.
Well, it says specifically slug can fit into spaces smaller than itself, so
Yep.
I was going to attempt it.
Yeah,
Would you want me to roll?
I'm allowing it. Yeah, just do like an attack roll, I guess.
Plus anything?
What's
D20
that?
plus anything? D20 plus anything?
I forget what its attack roll was.
I don't see attack roll. AC, HP, speed, strength, dex, con, intel, wisdom, charisma.
Depending on its CR, it should be +4. Unless it's a CR like 3 or above, then it would be +5. There's a whole calculation, but
This was supposed to be the easiest of your fights, so
It probably is, because apparently it's actually an ally at this point.
All right, giant slug attack. Yep, +4 to hit.
22. Nom.
Very well. You managed to latch a hold of that goblin's tongue, and you just start like ripping yourself down into its mouth. Okay.
Did you really think I was going to play this fight straight?
Screaming in pain. Well, I was really hoping you like to put on a show, so you'd put on a show, but
I am putting on a show. This is audience participation.
It's a pretty big audience.
Yeah, but I'm Rakdos. This is what we do.
Okay. So let's see here. The goblin.
You never do what the audience expects.
Sure. The goblin that you attacked is going to do pretty much the exact same thing you tried, to try and shove you back down into the water.
Okay.
I'm fairly confident he is not shoving you down into the water.
Well, I have to roll an acrobatics check, but I'd had to roll an actual 1.
Sure.
It's a possibility.
It's always a possibility with me.
Nope, not today.
Does he toss the goblin in the water?
No. Not unless he wants to, but usually that would be like a nat 20 thing.
So then we'll take this guy here, and he proceeds to move there, and he's going to move here, so on and so forth. This one here is actually, so this one over here beside Terry is going to try and push the struggling goblin and his slug back down into the water. Both, like he's pushing the goblin, not the slug. Do they even have a dex modifier? They do. That's impressive. Goblin with the giant slug halfway down its gullet falls screaming into the water.
Could it even scream at that point, though?
I'm sure it was already trying to get screams out.
Oh, yeah. No, I just feel for this gobbo.
Yeah. So that puts both of them down there.
I honestly feel for everybody but Ray and this slug right now. I feel like the amount of chaos that Ray is about to invoke in this fucking pit is pretty horrible.
Yeah. So, back to the top of the round.
That'd be great. Where's the guy that spoke?
You don't know. His voice was just
Do I
kind of
have
booming and
any
echoing
idea,
around.
like direction?
His voice was booming and echoing around. Yes, he does have a spot, but you'd have to roll to try and find him, and he is not
Okay, he
readily
hasn't
apparent.
spoken, and I didn't ask for it at the
Well,
time.
when he's speaking, I'll just tell you right now, he's boosting his voice magically, so it's coming from.
Okay, that's fine. I like that. That makes sense. Okay. Ray kind of like realizing that he could probably get out of here, but what is he going to do after that? He can't run forever. Is actually going to. So he's going to see this goblin and is actually going to kind of. So first he's going to. He is going to attack this guy, but specifically he's going to try to. Does this goblin have any like daggers or anything on him, or anything approaching an actual weapon?
Yes, pretty much everyone is armed. So this thing's got. Let's see, you grabbed. Is he one of the archers or not? Yeah. So he actually does have a short bow in hand
Right.
that he tried
What?
to shove you with because he was surprised, and he's got a sheathed scimitar at his waist.
Okay, the scimitar is actually important. Okay, so Ray is actually going to, and he's not great at sleight of hand, but I'm going to ask for a acrobatics check to try to like this is going to be his action. It's not going to be his attack. He's going to use his action to try to take the scimitar out of this guy's sheath because he has a short bow in his hand, right? So
Right.
his hands are relatively occupied. So he's going to try to take the scimitar out just so he has a scimitar back, and he's actually gonna like flip back into the pool. But he's as he does, he's gonna be like, I just wanted a fighting chance. Now, whoever this fucker is that's calling me out better bring his ass out here because fuck this slug thing. Give me somebody with some balls to cut. You want me to roll for the?
I do. Roll it up. See how good your backflip is. You do that so good. I'll even say you can like run up the goblin and kick off his face if you want.
I don't actually want to hurt the goblin. Like literally, I am just like I took a punch mainly to distract him, and I took the scimitar out, and I'm gonna flick it, and it's kind of like a reverse, so it's more of a tonfa hold, so the edge is back here, and I'm like, come out, you fucking coward, let's do this. And I'm gonna jump back into the water.
Okay. You can go ahead and place your tile.
Okay, I'm ready there.
Sure. And the crowd all around where that gobbo is are like, "Aah!" Like they're going wild because they actually liked what you just did there. And that took us to the slug.
So I'm gonna finish what I can with the goblin and maybe just get done with it, and then move
Sure.
to the next closest thing.
Which might be another gobbo?
Would be the closest thing, but now that he's in the water, I believe the slug likes his prey wet.
Yeah, that's questionable.
So I'm gonna attack again.
That's a miss.
Okay.
He's not
That's all I got,
crawling in
so.
your mouth this time. Go ahead, Mr. Ray.
Okay. So I'm actually using the scimitar more as a shield than actually a weapon because of it being Kensei. So I'll just go ahead and unarmed strike this thing. 12 to hit?
AC is 11, so yes.
Yeah. I actually need to check my unarmed strike damage. Like, he kind of feints with the sword, but he's actually just punching this thing. It's very weird. Seven points of damage to him. And then he will do another unarmed strike as well. As his bonus action.
Wow, that has a lot more hit points than I thought it did.
And then... Oop, not rolling 14. Sorry. And another 7. So 14 points of damage to the slug. And then I'll just wait. My AC is now 18, by the way.
And that brings us to you, Mr. Slug.
$18 to hit.
That actually hits.
So I guess I'm just lashing out at him, not trying to crawl inside him.
Well,
I don't know what damage I
what
can
were
do.
you actually trying to do?
Ray shows up later with no tongue.
I can try if you want me to do that. If I need to roll anything special for it.
No, it's actually what you, as the slug, were trying to do. I'm pretty sure that at least Scott, Chester, and myself.
So I'm fine with you lashing on my tongue, because I figure Ray is going to bite you in half.
No, I think all of us are pretty, like, okay, you're playing an antagonist creature. What actually are you trying to do?
No, bite my tongue. Like, I figure that's awesome.
Bite your tongue and then try to crawl inside you.
Okay.
Get you from the inside out.
So he's biting my tongue.
Also, I just want to say, as an aside, I'm really glad that we had the conversations outside of the group regarding things our characters did to, like, are you actually okay with this?
Ray is perfectly fine with everything that's going on, but, like, he's not concerned about this slug. He's concerned about the thing that he has to fight after the slug.
Yeah, we're kind of making this up as we go now.
Yeah.
So
No.
Ray is not going to let you move back inside. I would actually consider that probably a ranged attack, and I'd get my deflect missiles.
I'm okay with that because I really don't.
Oh, can I get my deflect missiles against him jumping at me? Because, oh my god, that would be funny as shit.
Catch it in the air. It's like tongues, like.
Can I get my deflect missiles?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so
We're making
Harry,
this
I
up
need
as
you to
we
roll
go.
damage before I use my deflect missiles.
So what's my damage then?
Damn it.
It should be 1d4
is
plus whatever
1d6
his strength
plus
is.
2. Actually, 1d6 plus 2 slashing and 1d8 acid.
But don't worry about the acid, just the 1d6 plus 2. That's what I have to beat.
1d6 plus 2.
I do think it's interesting that Mist actually trusted Full Moon more than Nox at the end of the last campaign.
Well, she barely knew him. He wasn't around very long.
Okay, so I'm going to roll this even though I technically don't have to. But, so 8, that exceeds his 3, so I'm going to spend a key point and throw the slug, because it's deflect missiles, at, I don't know, this goblin over here.
Sure.
Which automatically hits. and gets stuck in his throat because that's what was going on.
So, Terry, if you'd like to add acid damage to that roll,
Yeah.
he just tossed you a free meal, basically.
So what's the acid damage?
That was 1d8.
It's 1d8. Okay. So I'll roll them both.
Mm-hmm.
2 plus 2. And then 1d8.
Yeah, that thing is like on the ground, not even screaming as it's being devoured by the deflected slug.
Is this slug gonna become a animal companion of our Ray?
I mean, it just became his ranged weapon. That's kind of
All right, out of character. I kind of want this to happen. That Terry and Scott are actually Ray and the slug working together all the time. But okay, I'm gonna shut up.
well. Entertainingly, Crawl could probably become a swarm of slugs at one point and simulate the same thing.
Yeah.
I would like to also, because that was my reaction, be like, really? I think you should call off the goddamn slug.
And you know what? We'll go ahead and say that boisterous laughing that you heard echoes throughout the cavern again. And the closest goblin, not the one the slug is currently entrailing, actually comes over with a little metal-looking cage and kind of puts it down over top of where the slug is eating, but he lets him continue eating and devouring that goblin. This goblin here that landed in the water earlier and is currently bleeding profusely from his tongueless mouth is kind of like inching his way like through the water on his hands and knees, blood just kind of like kind of getting out of him there.
I kind
And
of
then-
I also will hold up the same finger and then do a back end to him. Come here.
He's just like
Come here.
But at this point, the entire arena shakes like there's earthquake type level tremors. So if you could do a dexterity save, please, to see
Okay.
if you can maintain your feet.
Of course. $15.
The 15, yes, you do maintain your feet. Terry, the slug is actually currently caged and up off of the arena floor, so it doesn't matter to him anymore.
Aww.
However, all around Ray's feet, the water starts dispersing and sinking down into the ground, and he finds himself no longer in ankle-deep water, as you are now here. No, I need to transition myself. That's not as fun.
Oh, I went from water to sand. Now my feet are all muddy.
Don't worry. The dark spots are still mud. The light spots are actually somehow dried sand already.
Right, but it doesn't matter. My feet had. It's like going from a lake to a beach. Your feet get all like crusty and sandy, and like it picks up all
Yep.
that stuff. And now Ray is like, really,
Yeah.
really.
So now, what you see next is where'd that goblin go? I think it was this one. He's kind of there, pressed up against the wall. And then, where are they? There's one. There's two. And where's the third one? Where is she? I'll just make a new one. Fuck it. I'll put her there. I'm gonna have to give each of you control over these. Let's see here. Controlled.
What do they look like?
I will get to that in a second because our controlling characters actually get some say in that.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'll have information that I'll show with the three of you in a second. So Becca has the one on the left, Terry has the one on the top, and Chris gets
by the
the
way,
one on
just
the right.
lost internet.
What's that?
Chris just lost internet. FYI.
Oh, noes.
He left?
No, he lost internet.
Oh,
It's gonna be a moment.
gotcha. Well, I'll give it to him for now. And hopefully he comes back. Save changes. All right, now the handouts. Donde estás? On that. Now we go to trial number 2, edit, so we can see whose journals this appears in. Martine. What happened?
Ow.
Stop. Apparently it does not. It keeps trying to tab out. There we go. Crawl and Chris. Nope, gotta start with Decca. Okay, so the three of you each have a new handout called 003B, Gruul Trials 2, The Halfling Triplets of Death.
Hello.
The three of you can actually see the picture that I chose for them.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Journal.
But
Where's my
that
journal?
is awesome, Chester.
Where's my journal?
What's that?
Where is my journal?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. This is odd.
It should be under your character sheet, right?
Give me a second. I think I need to. I think I have a problem in that no. Shit. My character sheet is.
So does it matter which one we are, Jill?
I'm going to let the three of you either choose or you can roll. I don't care.
Nope.
I gave like a little small note about each of their personalities, but you can kind of role play them as you will in that they are Gruul aspirants.
All right. No, I am sadly not seeing any stuff in my journal.
Says it's in player journal, Martine Becca.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Maybe reload?
I will try that.
I can do show all players, but then Scott will see it too, and that's less fun. Oh, you know what? I have to hit save changes. How about?
Oh. Fuck you too, phone.
That was actually one of the first pictures that came up when I put halfling female triplets.
Am I in the wrong thing? I think it's on my side. Alright, I've got the chat. I've got the... what I would think would be the journal, except it's all a whole bunch of pictures.
So there should be handouts underneath your character sheet.
Oh, okay. Oh god, I've got a whole...
You do. So the one you're looking at is 003B Tech Gruul Trials 02.
Alright, yeah, no, I got that. Thank you for explaining it.
Yep. Since I've been using so many handouts, I was like, I should probably organize all these, and I let my OCD flourish in there.
Alright, so this is us,
Yes.
right?
Scott, what you see while they're reading and deciding who they want to play are three halflings leap down from the bleachers in different areas.
Mm-hmm.
One of them has short cropped purple hair. Another one has long pink hair and big creepy eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one has auburn hair. They all have wickedly curved knives and could probably pass for sisters.
Okay. I'm going to look at the three midget rogues and then...
Okay, so I could probably do Jillian, but I am going to share that it's going to make me go into a section of my life that I don't really like.
Then don't do Jillian.
So I actually rather would be Lillian or Jacqueline.
Well, there you go. I mean,
Oh.
Chris isn't here, so you and Terry get to decide, and Chris just gets to inherit whatever if he comes back.
Yeah, well, I can play Julian if you want to play the two. We'll wait for Chris.
All right.
Okay.
I think
Is it my turn?
I will attempt to do Jacqueline. I don't exactly know if I'm going to be able to do it justice, but I will attempt it.
Cool. So I guess we'll go with initiative rolls.
My initiative roll stands, right?
If you'd like, or I'll allow you to roll a new one if you'd prefer.
Considering my initiative was 17, I'll stand.
You'll sit on that?
Yeah, I'll stand.
Okay.
Okay.
So Julian rolled 20 for initiative.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Okay.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah, sorry. +3. It's 10.
Okay. And then I'll roll for Lillian's.
Okay, that works.
15. Okay, so one gets to go before me.
So that was... You had an 18, White Ray?
Jillian, yeah, she had a 20.
Oh, Jillian has a 20? Nice.
And I had a 17, so I get to go second. Just ridiculous fight.
20, and then... Martine, you said you were... Or, sorry, Becky, you said you're playing Jacqueline? Or Lily?
Yeah, no, Jacqueline. I don't think currently I could do a cannibal to do justice.
Okay.
Which is why I chose Jacqueline over Lillian. Is
Okay.
because I don't think I could do it proper justice.
Cool.
Like,
And-
I hope I can mess with Jillian, not Lillian. Oh god, their names are so weird. But
Honestly, they came on the picture that I found on Google. I stole that picture, and I was like, fuck it, they're already named on there. It works out well.
yeah. I just
Okay. Well, you know what? You get to go first, Miss Jillian.
wait, I do?
Jillian. That's Terry's playing Jillian, I believe.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Okay.
Oh,
So
look,
with both
James.
characters, I'm most likely before. I'm gonna probably. I can't only move one of them, so I'll probably just have her go stealth and then move. I don't know how you want to do that with the Fog of War.
You have Fog of War?
You can just move it up on your layer, Chester, and then...
I don't move what? You can't move your token?
I actually don't know what my token is.
So, Becca has control of the one on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Terry,
I
I
have
think
the
you
top one.
and I gave the one on the upper right to Chris originally, but I can
Right.
give that back to Terry since it looks like you're going to do both.
Yeah. So I was just saying I was going to stealth with the first one, and then I think Scott has 18.
Gotcha.
Hi, Jim.
Okay, so I need to do a... Well, no, I would have to do an action. So, okay.
James is here!
You know what?
Woo!
I'm going to give that one to James instead.
What's
Okay.
happening?
I'll fill you in a second.
You
while
have to
they're-
kill Reavoth. Try to defeat Reavoth. You are...
I'm
up
gonna
in the
send
corner,
you.
you're playing apparently a cannibal. Cannibal
One
half
second, James, and I will hook you up. Nope, that is not the right one.
Chester will send you something to your journal, and you will get a character backstory, apparently.
I
Correct.
have not gotten any character backstory, but I've gotten the
Uh-huh.
late
Yes,
to the 3.
So if you roll down, there should be notes for you to read underneath the picture.
Are you sure?
It says description and notes, and I filled it in.
I don't seem to have
Not the
any
GM notes.
notes.
I can't comment on this. I can't access any of what's going on.
No, I've got no notes. I'm sorry. I have no notes.
Well, they're doing that because apparently she's going stealth. Can I please do my turn?
Yes, sure. Well, technically, Terry said he was stealthing.
Yeah.
Yeah, stealthing so that I can move.
All right, Becca, I'm going to message you the notes. Terry, could you see the stats or not?
Well,
Yes, I
no,
can.
I've
That's
got
why I'm stealthing.
stats. I just don't have anything else other than that.
Oh, literally, right under the word special, there's a note about each of the personalities.
Uma.
Oh, is that it? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
that's it.
sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I thought there was more than that.
Okay. Nope, that's all there is.
No, in case, yeah, no, I've got it. I've got it.
Okay.
I need to mess with Jillian.
Cool. James, if you go into your handouts, which is underneath your
Cruel Trials.
02, the Halfling Triplets of Death,
Yep.
you are playing Lillian, who is absolutely crazy, cannibalistic, and creepy as all heck. And that is the token on the far right for the tiny little halfling chick. And your initiative is 15 when the time comes. But those are your stats. Today we are dealing with what happened to Ray after he abandoned the party.
I did not abandon the party. I
Ran
ran for my life. The party was fine. Ray was not.
Yep.
Okay. Ray, I've already actually done my movement.
Okay.
I am sitting down behind, like, I really can't occupy the same brazier. I'm assuming they're braziers or
Yes.
fire pits or something.
Yep.
So I'm gonna.
They're basically like big bowls that were revealed upon the water receding.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of move behind the brazier, and I'm just gonna call out like. I don't think you understand 3-act structure. You started with a slug, and you went to 3 halflings. You're not building tension here. My action is actually dodge, by the way. You're not building tension here. Call off your minions. Attractive and interesting they may be. Just get down here so we can finish this. Please. Please, this is just stupid. Like, and he's going to just start, like, fake crying into his hands about how bad, like, written this is. And that's it. That's his turn.
There you go, ladies. That brings us to Lillian, aka James.
All right, the cannibalistic one of us.
There's free meat sitting on the ground over there, or actually the goblin that's on the ground there inside the arena is pressed up against the wall without a tongue and lots of blood gushing down his mouth from where a giant slug tried to crawl into his mouth earlier and ripped out his tongue.
I would like to mention Ray is literally only wearing a hat right now.
Yes.
As we last saw him.
He does have a scimitar, and it's like in a reverse guarded handle. Hold. Wow.
He's pretty much been using it as a shield the entire time.
I'm guessing this is your standard cage match sort of thing.
Yes. So the
Keep
three
going.
sisters are aspirants into the gruel, and they are proving themselves today by testing their mettle against another less willing aspirant.
Who seems actually like to be mocking them pretty severely. No. Like, he is outnumbered 3-1 right now, and he is basically sit down and is complaining that this isn't dramatic enough. He is going to, I'm going to, like, spoiler, he is going to do the Bruce Lee thing and is pretty much going to use the same 3 kicks on all of you, because at this point, like, it makes no sense for him to waste any of his good moves on you guys.
All right, so Lillian is interested in what he tastes like and is bored of his talking. So she's gonna start moving towards him. And will probably dash because 20 feet of movement isn't much. Nearly there. Okay. I was this close.
Technically, you do have ranged capabilities as well, if you didn't want to dash.
However, he won the last fight by catching the slug that was fighting him and throwing it at one of the goblins because he felt it was stupid.
Guess I just won't throw any slugs at you.
Noted. So that brings us to Jacqueline.
Okay. Okay. Shit. He's all the way over there. I really just want to do something that would make it great for Jillian to, like, face her factors, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, no, sadly, that's my turn. I am dashing and just trying to get close.
Well, that brings us to the Goblin, who is going to proceed to continue moving as far away as he can from anything.
Because he's smart.
And we're back to the top with Jillian, aka Terry.
Moves here, and then I believe if it's in range, I'm going to try to attack.
Okay,
With a ranged
so
weapon,
you
hopefully my 15
normally are,
seconds.
so I haven't tried to perception you, so you normally would have a sneak attack, but I am dodging, so it negates itself, so it's a normal attack.
Yep, so I get... So range, what do I have to hit? Because I have daggers +5, but I don't see anything for range.
It's the same attack roll.
+5, okay.
Yeah, it uses the dex base regardless.
Roll
James,
your initial damage, please. Okay, I will deflect missiles. Okay, I take 1 plus your sneak attack damage. If you have any sneak attack damage.
of course, the triplets of death have sneak attack damage. What would be the point in being triplets if they couldn't do that?
Okay, so I take 6 points of damage. Damn it, my plan did not work. I was really
He's
hoping
not
his
worthy.
initial damage would be less.
You don't need him. You have us.
Okay, so I take 6 points of damage into my shoulder.
And then bonus action, I'm going to try to hide again.
It's like she saw you throw that slug earlier and figured out your speed.
You need me to roll anything for...
I know what he's going to try and do.
Well, it would have pierced my heart, but I was able to actually kind of like...
What the?
My turn?
Yes.
Yeah, I just plan on hiding myself, so I'm going to roll for it.
So the problem with that is there's not really anywhere to hide as it is daytime and you're in a giant arena. I mean, you could use the flame thing as cover, I guess, but
I would like to say, like, I am sitting next to a giant brazier. My line of sight is probably blocked by the giant fire.
Yeah,
Right
so
now.
it's an obstruction. So
So if you move
if you went
like 10
behind the
feet
only
to
obstruction.
your what would be your left, you could probably hide.
And that brings us to the cannibal girl. What you got,
It
Lily?
would be actually me, right?
Oh, I thought you went already.
No, I haven't gone yet. That was my reaction, was deflect missiles.
Then yes, sorry, you're up, right?
Okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm going to basically use my martial arts so I can use my acrobatics as my grapple in place of my grapple, and I am going to throw Cannibal Girl into the brazier, like suplex her into the brazier.
But sister,
God, I hope this works.
That'd be pretty sweet.
16.
This is a grapple check, right?
Yeah, so you get your acrobatics or athletics, whichever higher.
or if you have nothing, it's dex, I think.
It's strength or dex, whichever higher. Yeah,
That's
so
the
I
player.
like pick her up and just like toss her into the fire.
Well, that's the equivalent of a bonfire, so that's going to be 1d8 fire damage.
And as I do this, I'm like, by the way, this is how you put on a show. And just toss her into the flame. And then use my last key point to bonus action patient defense. I'll be right back.
Sure.
AC is 18. Everybody has disadvantage against their attacks against me.
So that is 1d8 fire damage for you to take. I guess he's going to let you roll that.
He's so arrogant.
Damn, that just happened.
Crispy halfling.
Yeah. One of the halfling sisters is screaming and engulfed in flames at the moment.
Oh fuck! I want to mess with Jillian, but I want to kill him for hurting little Lillian.
Yes, Terry, I'm aware.
Crispy.
I am trying to play Jacqueline right now.
I would like to, like, I haven't really brought it up because honestly, Ray has a charisma like that, like couldn't convince people of shit. But he is the entire time explaining like, you don't have to fight me. We, like, this is stupid.
You're stupid.
Like, there is no point to all of this. But he's kind of a prick. So like, he's like, you fucking retards. Like, what are you doing? You're following a voice in a stands. This isn't even good theater at this point.
Which, by the way, for your edification, Ray, the sister that you put in the flames has surpassed her hit point allotment and is quite flammable. So we
I
are
had
moving
to rub
on.
myself down with bacon grease.
That's saved for Lily, I guess.
That's the one in the fire.
Yep.
Is that the cannibal?
Yes.
Okay, so no one is going to get into a weird, like suddenly very, like, hungry because the one that actually, like, being cooked is the cannibal.
Yes.
Question mark?
And that brings us to Jacqueline, whose sister was just torched.
Yeah. All right. I need to find where I am on the map. I'm sorry.
Looks like bottom left, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually have line of sight on me.
I'm pretty sure I have attack. Yeah, no, I'm really close. Only the thing is, I'm not gonna get sneak attack because I don't have any companions next to me, and we've already been in combat. So.
And you have disadvantage on the attack, which means you never get sneak attack on me.
Yeah. So. Shit, how is this gonna go down? I am gonna attack you. It's only gonna be one attack, and I don't think I'm gonna hit, but I think Jacqueline is actually screaming, "How fucking dare you! I was the one that was supposed to take her down!" As she is trying to stab you in the face. And
Nobody kills my sister but me.
no! I was the one that was supposed to take her out of her stupid cannibalistic bullshit! Which honestly is fucking terrifying. Which is part of the reason which I think is she has disadvantage is she is.
Well, you have disadvantage because I'm dodging. I feel like you have like ultra disadvantage at this point.
Yeah, no!
And yet she feels inspired by the death of her sisters.
Alright, so disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Straight. +3. Okay.
That would hit. What about
Alright.
the disadvantage roll?
Oh, 14?
That misses.
Alright, so in her self-absorbed horror of her family, she totally misses as she's going on this monologue of why the fuck is she such a horrible person? Like, she is aspirating basically of like feeling the need to hurt you, but also it's like, I actually think this sister is a horrible person, and I don't know how to deal with it, and I am so confused. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah. No, that's it. That's her turn, I think.
Back to the top.
Yeah, it's now your turn.
I think she will take the the disengage action and run off as far as she can. I'm not entirely sure where she can run off to.
Not far. It's a fighting arena.
Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20. She's got. Nope, that's it. That's where she can go.
FYI, just so you know, it's really hard to run from Ray. He has 50 feet of movement.
Yeah, no, she doesn't know that. She doesn't know that. You just killed her sister. She tried to do something. She missed, and she is having a existential crisis at this moment. Of her sister was actually a cannibal. She probably ate an ant of theirs, and it's not a good thing. And she was thinking of killing herself, and she couldn't mess with Jillian at all for some reason. And fuck. That's
Okay.
No, that's what she's going through.
Okay. So Gaba was not doing a whole lot up there, so that brings us back to Jillian.
And Jillian attacks twice, and she misses. Or she attacks, but she misses because of his
Disadvantage. Right. Well, there you go, Ray.
5, 10. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong thing. I don't know what the hell that bar is. 5, 10. Can I? Shit. Fuck. Is there any way, as an action, I can grab Lillian
Sure.
and
Lillian
use?
Jacqueline.
The cannibal.
Oh, Lily.
The one that's on
Yeah,
fire in
you
the
had it
brazier.
right.
Have I been? Okay, so it would be half my movement and grabbing Lillian, and then I'm going to attack Becca's character with Lillian.
Wait a minute.
Super angry, super furious.
Are you trying to
Nice.
recreate my face?
Not my sister.
Well, roll that attack.
Not my flaming corpse.
What?
An improvised weapon is a flaming corpse,
Okay.
so no proficiency on that one.
Okay, and I'm assuming strength modifier, right?
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be very dexterous on that one.
Yeah, it's not a great attack. It's more of like a haphazard, and if I miss, it's gonna be a drop. But if I hit, it's gonna be fucking epic. 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
How much damage is flaming core?
How much does the torch do? 1d4? So we'll say 1d6.
How much does he? Let's
We'll
figure
say
it out.
1d6.
A standard warhammer weighs about 30 pounds. How much does a halfling weigh?
30 pounds.
We're going to go with 1d6 because it's not like rigor mortis is set in here and she is on fire and tiny and was nimble at one point in her life.
What about the fire damage?
It's just half of whatever you do is fire and half is bludgeon.
Okay, so 4 damage to.
She looks really rough.
And I'm gonna drop the corpse on her, so she has to pick her sister up.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to unarmed strike her.
He's talking about 40k Warhammer.
16 to hit. I'm pretty sure that hits. We've already started that.
Yep, it hits. Pretty sure you killed me.
I'm just knocking you unconscious.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's almost twice my health, but not quite.
So I hit her with her sister's flaming corpse and knock her. And then, after I do that and she's still up, it's like a butterfly kick. I use the momentum to just, kick her across the face.
Don't forget the fire damage. When you smack someone with the torch, there's that extra 1 point of fire damage.
Yeah.
So, Jill, you are actually inspired because both of your sisters have been felled in rather graphic methods right before you.
And by the way, I'm saying this. This is how you frame a stage fight. Whoever is doing this.
So I guess I'll roll the
I don't
attack.
have to deal with my sister eating my face in the middle of the night.
Unless she arises an undead.
No, fuck.
Yes.
So should I add inspiration? What? D6?
You can't
D8?
really, but you can get advantage on the attack.
Okay.
You do have inspiration to use as well.
Yeah, that's what he used as inspiration. He still misses.
Probably still grieving and upset.
And Ray.
They're both still dying, right?
No, we're dead. Dead.
Dead.
They're both dead?
Super dead.
thought they were
flaming,
dying.
crushed dead.
No.
Oh,
Good.
fuck.
Well, apparently I'm unconscious, but I'm dying. I'm bleeding out. I can roll my death saves, but I'm pretty sure.
But those aren't going to go well.
Yeah, no. They never go well. So, technically, I'm not dead yet, but I'm dying.
However, Will, who
Cause
continued
my
taking
sister-
fire damage in the
My
brazier.
sister is fucking dead.
Yeah. She continued taking damage after being unconscious from the fire, so that did not.
Oh.
For
Yeah. So
That was actually kind of the point of pulling her out of the fire, and now Ray feels like an idiot.
Okay.
Don't worry, James. You can have the. You don't know this, but this is the second trial. There are more to come.
Yeah. Ray very much knows this. 5 10.
James didn't know. He wasn't here for the first
Yeah,
trial.
but like, it's gonna snap to 30. Like,
what was the first try?
walk the slug.
Oh,
I'm out of key points. Like, I am actually kind of screwed. But I look. I'm gonna wander up to. What is Terry's character right now? Jacqueline.
Jillian.
Jillian.
yeah, no, Jack.
If you're a man, you wouldn't know the difference anyway.
Yeah. Well, kind of like resignedly look up to Jillian, like, your sisters are dead. My action, by the way, is going to be dodge. Your sisters are dead. You have two options. You can either fall unconscious as a throwaway villain in this whole thing, or you can run away and come back to haunt me later and become a reoccurring villain and a constant part in this series of plays with a vendetta that the crowd. Because literally, I just burned both of your sisters. Well, I burned one of them alive, and the other one I hit with the corpse of her other sister. I mean, I'm kind of an asshole right now.
Yeah. I don't think I have a choice though. It'd be up to Chester and just figure out what I do. Because things with a sister, probably hatred towards you, want to kill you, but I'd also.
You can do what you want. You can take either of those options. You can
I
read
feel like Chester actually wants you to take
Yeah, I would most likely have a vengeance for him.
But
I would. Yeah, but the whole point is I'd want to bury my sisters. We did this together. It was our goal. So I think I'd want to bury them.
So, what is she surrendering to Ray? Is that what she's?
Ray's telling her, like, run away.
I would
It's not
surrender.
going to be a runaway option, but she can try.
Yeah, I would surrender just because I would rather be with my sisters.
So, upon seeing the act of surrender beginning, the crowd goes nuts with booing and hissing and yelling and shouting, "Death, death!"
I'm gonna again flip off the entire crowd. Like, this is now feeling very like WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And man, like, are you shitting me? We just gave a great heroic / villainous backstory right now, and you're booing. You guys not understand how theater works.
They really don't. I'm trying to figure out which one of these tokens was Terry. That one.
No.
So, yep. Oh, I got you. All right. So, as all the thumbs down and the booing and the hissing, there is another earth tremor. So, I need dexterity save rolls from Ray and Jill, please, to see if you can maintain your footing. As things change yet again.
11. I'm gonna be right back.
Damn it, I did it again. Transition you guys and not myself.
13, Jillian.
Jillian actually does fall on her ass. Man, that's kind of hard to see Jillian there, huh? But she is there. And there's Ray. I'll wait for him to get back to describe what's happening next. James or
I
Becca?
appreciate that because he is releasing his bladder right now.
Nice. So James
Thank
or
you for
Becca?
sharing.
I would like to know which of you would like to play this one,
This one, what?
the next challenger.
I didn't see any indication of a challenger.
Exactly. I need you to tell me so that I can give you indication of the next challenge.
It's good.
So who's running the next NPC? This one is a single NPC, not three.
I think it should be James because I think Terry and I got to play some, and James, it was not so much.
There you go. It'll be James then.
Okay.
I am giving you. Oh, son of a bitch. I keep wanting to hit the tab button when I'm done. So you have a new handout in your controls. And actually, Becca, since you've got XSplit, I'm going to give you the ability to see it also so that you can see. And you know what? I'll give it to Terry too. Whatever. It'll be a good time. So that way you guys can see what it is. You now have the ability to see that. What the next contender looks like and is coming at.
I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I need to scroll out.
You have a new handout. Gruel Trials 03, The Broken Ogre.
Okay. I'm gonna bring this up.
Yeah, it's definitely James' character.
It's a big tummy. Definitely a big tummy of a person.
Yep.
Okay, we've got stats. So many stats. Well, actually, not so many stats, but
Nope.
right,
This one's a little simpler.
All right, they're there. They're off to the side. They were very briefly shown to the stream.
All right, now that Ray is back, Scott. So the ground beneath your feet has receded a good almost foot, and you can actually see that you're lower, and the coloration has changed to a darker, richer soil. And the booing has now become a resounding chant as huge, heavy footsteps of an ogre coming down the stairs and leaping down into the arena off to the far right for our viewers. Leaps down. Everyone is chanting Broken Ogre. This thing is a massively fat ogre. Across his belly is actually a metal plate that looks like it could be armor, but it's riveted into the flesh. And he has a large bone mattock that still has meat and fur and crap hanging from whatever animal it used to be that he clearly ripped it off of that he's using as a weapon. So, James, if you would be so kind as to roll up some initiative and I'll add you into the order.
Certainly.
So the Brazier's still there?
What's that?
The Brazier's, they're still there.
Yes, they are now taller. They're not just bowls. There's like a column underneath them because you have dropped to a lower level.
And what happened to my sister's bodies?
They are still laying on the ground where they were. I just didn't place tokens for them. I can if you would like.
Seriously. Push my torp out or not?
The two bodies are laying right where you're at.
Yeah, I would just take my time to move them to the side. That's my plan.
Sorry.
Okay.
So Broken Ogre has entered the field and clearly has his eyes locked on both Ray and Jill at this point, kind of looking back and forth between them. And we are at Jill. You get to go first.
So I'm going to be moving down here, which I can't control my icon.
What? Did I bring across the, or did you lose permissions when I copied and pasted it?
You lost permissions.
Yeah. So basically, I'm just grabbing the closest one, moving as furthest I can to the wall, and I'll be just trying to get my sisters. So dragging them and moving them back to here, just further away from the ogre.
You can move it now, or you should be able to move it now.
Yeah. So I'm grabbing one of my sisters,
Okay.
using dash again, and then dragging them that way.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Ray, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to actually go 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm sorry. What is the terrain here? I missed it.
It's a deeper, darker soil. It's not quite rough terrain, but you can feel that it is not the easiest to get a firm grip on. So no mechanical, but it's
Is
not
it like
ideal.
soil or is it like rock?
You're in deeper soil. It's not rock yet, but
Okay.
you've dropped a good. I think I said a good foot lower. You can tell because the first row of the Coliseum is now 10 feet up instead of 9.
Okay, I'm gonna go actually straight to the center, and then. Oh wait, a minute, is that goblin that got all slugified still here?
Yeah, he's directly to the north, the top of the map. He's just like sitting his back against the wall, holding what's left of his mouth like this, panic-eyed, but really just not doing anything actively participating.
Okay, give me a second. Okay. Let's see.
Well, shit, I can heal him, but it's not gonna actually heal his tongue.
How are you going to heal him?
No, I can actually produce a healing potion
Who?
that
Who
will
are you?
stop his bleeding, but I cannot heal.
I'm really confused. You're not there.
Oh, no, oh, right? Nope. Blame Alas. Sorry, blame Alas. Sorry. Nope.
Ray is actually gonna walk up to this guy.
The goblin?
Yeah.
Okay.
And is going to kneel in front. Like he has 50 feet of movement, so he barely makes it. He kneel in front of it and says, and kind of like flips off, kind of to this sky voice in the side. I surrender to you.
The goblin, like. Anything else you're going to do that turn?
No, he is literally surrendering to the goblin.
Okay.
With like one hand like above his shoulder. I am your servant. Command me.
Just making the guy feel bad for not having a tongue now, aren't you? Broken Ogre, you're up.
He'll look around the arena, kind of seeing everything. And
Harry and Chris.
kind of loudly exclaiming to the Colosseum, but more to himself. You know, it's been a while since our last had a meal. Going on an hour now. And he begins to lumber his way over towards Ray.
Can you control the token, or did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll, like, do a fast-paced walk, dashing, but not hurrying.
Hey, Becca, since we lost Terry, I'm going to let you control. Oh, no, he's back.
Nope.
Hey!
Yep, he's back.
Yay, Terry!
Well, Terry,
Things, because it was actually
you're up.
perfect timing.
Because you're up. Oh. What?
Wait,
Is he?
no,
Is he back? Yep, there he is.
I don't actually know.
Yay!
Chester, I'm gonna let you
Sorry,
know,
no,
just from a purely like, kind of like, I would say, a tactical perspective because of the way I built my character and how this works. Yeah, how Ogre, he has a speed of 30, right?
Let's
You're
see.
going to run laps around him, aren't you?
Yeah, because mobility makes it so he can't take opportunities as long as I make one attack against him.
Mhm.
Run.
And I have a speed of 50, so I'm just letting you know, like, if you want to press this fight, it's fine, but like, I've already given you a way out.
It could be really fun. However, Terry is now here. Is he here? Question mark?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he just blocked the video.
Okay.
And it looks like he's already moved his token.
And move my token, and I attacked.
Oh,
Ranged attack again, or what?
Yeah, range attack against Ray.
Oh, against Ray?
Yeah. But I was doing disadvantage because I believe it's close to 60. But I
Yeah.
think I missed and I'm yelling, "You killed my sister! You deserve to die!"
You son of a bitch!
So the whole time while the ogre is going after him, I'm also going to be shooting at him.
Okay, that actually makes it somewhat more interesting.
That she didn't ally with you?
Well,
Can I
no,
go?
I didn't think
No,
she
no.
allied with me, but
No, he hasn't tried to get anyone to ally with him.
You wanted a show? We'll give him a show.
this isn't a show. Damn it! Like, he's actually pissed. Not that they're trying to kill him, but they don't seem to understand the idea of dramatic tension. Like, they don't
Everyone's
understand
critic.
how to, like, give a stage. Like, they need to knock him out, like, present him at a disadvantage, and then he needs to rise up and challenge him. If he's the hero, if he's the villain, he needs to, like, triumph over all of this, and then a hero needs to show up that's like meek and horrible. Like, he doesn't seem to they don't seem to understand narrative structure.
Yeah, that's a communication problem.
To be fair, they are also anarchist tribals, so their concept.
Yeah, but
of
see,
dramatic
but
criticism
remember,
use.
Ray is an anarchist circus performer, so everything. So, like Chester's narrative actually makes sense, but like Ray is actually really pissed off. Right?
So his hits miss, and that put us on to Ray's turn.
Okay. First things first, Ray will make an attack against the ogre.
He feels so uninspired. I'm giving you disadvantage. No, I'm kidding. That's not going to work.
Yeah, no. Apparently, apparently a period does not work in place of a slash. 21 hit.
That hits.
Six points of bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
Already.
And he moves to there. And will bonus action attack the one that was attacking him.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
You can't run away from the fight, Terry.
What just happened? I just rolled a 1d2, not a 1d20.
It counts.
I was about to roll a 1d0.
Okay.
9 actually misses. Ray actually misses for land.
You missed the giant fat guy, or you hit the giant metal plate riveted to his gut.
But no, he wasn't attacking that one. He actually already attacked that one. He's attacking the one that just
Oh, the
hit
halfway.
him.
Got it.
But I spared you. I told you, run away, come back when you're not fucking weak as shit.
I need to kill you.
So,
So is it Goblin or James?
nope, Broken Ogre's turn. And the audience is still chanting Broken Ogre.
Little man keeps running, working up my appetite.
Get in my belly!
Does his club have reach on it?
No, you're just a larger token because you're fat.
Like, literally, this is like this is gonna be a lot of Ray just running around.
Which is gonna be fun. If we
The person that actually is going to be a problem is the halfling, which is why Ray is fighting the halfling.
Me?
No, Terry's character. Your character is very dead.
No, my character is not. My sisters are. Wait, no. Question mark.
Terry's character is dead. Is the one alive. You're unconscious. Your sister is
Alright,
a
so
state,
I am unconscious.
which is kind of ironic considering she is the cannibal.
So disengaging for my action, and then I'll just dash with my bonus action to get closer to the ogre.
Go, Terry! Go, Terry!
Bait and switch. Bait and switch.
Shank the ogre.
And I think that'll be it for me.
Very good. That brings us to Gabo, who is, not participating. And that was Gil. So back to Ray.
Give me a second. Okay, at this point, he is actually really annoyed and truly and horribly pissed off at this entire endeavor, and will actually dash. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Basically, he's going to go all the way over here. using his ability to basically parkour up walls. And he is going to.
So before you get too excited,
Oh, fuck.
you went upstairs. When you got there, you need is it reflex save for Thunderwave or
Dexterity save.
yeah?
Constitution save, actually, which I'm worse at.
Creature take my Yep. So that's a 15 for the save against that.
Is it a con save? Like I think it is.
Of course, I just took your word on that. Each Constitution save, yes.
I thought so. 15.
Look at you. So 10 feet away. On successful save, creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
Yeah.
So you will take half of 2d8.
So 5 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Oops. Sorry, that's my. 3, 12. Okay. At which point Ray actually was like, I will submit to your stupid fucking cult tribe thing. I don't know what to call it. Will you please just call off your goddamn ogre and your person and your halfling with the blood debt? At this point, seriously, oh, have you ever heard of tinnitus? My ears are ringing. God damn it!
I'm confused. Is Ray saying that or is Scott saying that?
Ray is actually saying.
Yeah.
The very loud voice echoes through. The game doesn't end until you've proven your worth in the arena.
I will actually respond with that. I knocked one sister unconscious with the body of her other sister. How the fuck isn't that proving my worth?
There's no response.
There's kind of like an
Is the third sister, did she make her death saves, or is she dead?
No, she's still up. She's the one that actually a problem to Ray. If it's just the ogre, this would be like an hour of him just running around punching the ogre in the kidney.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I thought my character was actually knocked unconscious, which is why.
Yes, yours was unconscious.
Right, they weren't dead.
Well, the other one was still in the fire when she would have made her death save, but that means she took damage while unconscious, and I'm fairly confident that's an insta death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, no, it's not an instant death, but I never put her out, so yeah, the next turn would have been an instant death.
Alright, so are you talking to my character or to.
No, I'm talking to the voice who keeps trying to talk. Like, I'm talking to the crowd right now.
Oh.
And
Well.
as far as Ray is concerned, this is a, like, professional wrestling match.
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure is where Chester actually is kind of at right now. And this is playing up to the crowd. Like if I had done one of these things and then, like, elbow dropped the ogre, I probably would have won by sheer style. But
And he's got the steel chair.
yeah.
And he's got the halfling
I want
corpse.
my character to take a chair and just, like, smash it on his face when she wakes up. But I don't think he's gonna be here when she wakes up.
He's trying to prove a point right now. Like,
She's alive right now, but she might not be.
right.
in 2 seconds.
Although, according to, but apparently to her sister, she is dead. Her sister is about to bury her alive.
Wait, what? I thought. Wait, no. Okay.
Yeah. So you have your cannibal sister who is very much cooked.
Yeah.
You are unconscious.
Yeah.
You have a conscious sister who keeps on, like, turning to hiding and is about to bury her 2 other sisters.
Oh, okay. I did not.
So, is there anything else from Ray?
No, Ray's turn is
Okay.
he's used his bonus action, his action, and his.
Okay, broken ogre.
Most evil character Scott has ever played. Well, except for his NPCs, because honestly, he has some heinous NPCs. But actually, player character. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Broken
Okay.
ogre, you get to go.
Yep. Does, like, climb speed translate in? How does climb speed
Climbing in
translate?
5th edition is you make an athletics checks, which you're automatically going to pass because you're a fucking ogre. And it's half your speed.
Okay. So then I
I like now you wouldn't pass, but I calculated it's dropped a foot each time we've dropped, and it started at 9 feet. It's 11 feet. You are an 11-foot tall ogre, so you don't have to worry about the distance.
Can we just take a moment to talk about characters that actually have a climb speed that aren't big ogre types?
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
no, seriously, there are characters that have a climb speed, so they get a climb speed, but there's still a challenge rating depending on what they're trying to climb.
Yeah. So, but anyways, standard climb speed is, even when you make your climb check, is half your standard speed if you don't already have a climb speed.
If you do, you've got the normal speed, but you still have to make that check.
Yeah, but you have advantage on that check if you have a climb speed.
And you can't fall far because you are 11 feet tall, and it's an 11-foot.
well, he moves over to the wall and will attempt to clamber up it to get after Ray. In, like, a slow, ponderous, kind of comedic way of, like, scrabbling at the wall.
So
trying to get his
basically,
gut
climbing up
over it.
costs double movement. So I think your movement is 30 as an ogre.
Yeah.
So basically, it would cost 20 feet of movement to climb up an 11 feet of wall.
Unless you've got a climb speed.
Yeah.
I do not, but I had 20 feet of movement left, so I'm, like, right on the brink of the arena.
Oh man, just begging for someone to knock you over.
Just
All right, that brings us to Gil. Or Jill, whatever you want to call it. Gillian, Jillian. I'm Bendy. Did we lose Terry?
I don't know. I think we may be confused of who each of us are. However,
Terry's turn.
Okay, so Jillian is going to yell and say, "He doesn't take this seriously. He's not worthy. He thinks this is a show and a joke. I will give 1,000 gold to the first person that brings me his head, and you have my service for 20 years."
I thought she was dead.
No.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
The
I'm
cannibal.
the one who's gonna bury you alive because you are still alive.
So basically, trying to get audience participation to get this guy.
Okay. You want to roll a persuasion check?
Oh, I'm pretty sure the audience hates me, by the way.
Yeah.
I am the heel, and I am playing up the heel pretty rapidly.
Heel?
No one seems to be looking to take you up on your proclaimed offer of coin.
That's all I got.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch them move.
That brings us to Mr. Ray.
Okay, seeing the thunder wave and the realization that no matter what happens, like, there's no way out of this but, like, through the middle. And kind of a realization of my speech about the signature move. He is going to make some kind of chant, like he's going to take his hat off.
Has he finally gotten clothes?
No, he's still very much naked.
Okay.
Tosses it into the crowd, probably at like some goblin female, but he really doesn't care. But
Oh no,
somebody
now he's
like
naked.
it's kind of like a ring toss towards him. He's not even.
I want to say at this point it's actually a goblin male.
It's kind of random. It's basically the ring toss game. He really doesn't give a shit. And will he doesn't have long enough legs to do this, but he will try anyways because I'm pretty sure an ogre neck is. Well, maybe if he locks his fingers around, it's big enough to do a scissor suplex.
Okay.
Is basically going to make some kind of motion, like he does, like an X in his hand, and just swings down and just runs straight forward at the ogre trying to climb, which I'm assuming has disadvantage because he's trying to climb up a fucking wall right now.
Well, he actually got up, he said. He had enough movement.
Okay, he's gonna hop off of this goblin's head, and then like scissor flip him off of the wall and like again suplex him. But I'm gonna do an attack, so it's not actually gonna do much damage. But can I get advantage for how amazing, like, the inspiration for just like the sheer like balls to the wall stupidity?
I'll let the broken ogre decide if you get advantage on that roll.
Yes, because this would be amazing.
Thank you, broken ogre. $15 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, so I've like flipped the ogre into the stadium, like head first into the stands, and kind of as soon as I do it, I just go, whoa! Very like
Throw some damage down.
it's okay. It's a 1D. It's still just a 1D4, man. And I'm going to whisper into the ogre's ear. Just stay down. Just stay down. Like, it's gonna be better for you. Just stay down. You're already in. So 7 damage to him. Unless you want to double it for a crit, so that would be a grand total of 11 damage to him. It's an ogre, and I'm staying because I'm now treating this as a wrestling match. I'm going to die.
Upon getting knocked prone and having things whispered in his ear that he's not entirely sure what he's on about, the broken ogre will begin flailing about him and screaming, bad touch, need an adult."
Oh, yes.
At which point, like, Ray will go, like, ashen. Like, not blushing, or, like, ashen.
Oh,
And we'll
fuck.
back up and be like, what? No. No. What the fuck? Is this a kid? Is this a fucking kid? Are you sick freaks? What the fuck?
I am not going to fuck with a child. In no way. No.
Broken ogre is not a child. He might be stupid, but he's not a
Is this the
child.
voice or the DM trying to explain?
The GM says the broken ogre is not a child.
Broken Ogre is still doing this. Ray believes it is completely ashen at this point and is like convinced now and like nope. You guys are sick fucks.
Is broken ogre doing anything?
We don't even do this in the Rakdos, you motherfuckers.
He's gonna try to like flip up and like roll over so he can start standing up.
Mm-hmm.
But
Because you can use your movement to stand up, and you still have an action to attack.
yeah, he's gonna get his first swing finally at Ray.
You already swung. Swung?
Swung.
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 Swing. Sorry.
Miss.
Mm.
Ray does sidestep, but it's kind of like, how old are you?
Sets the club down. Looks at feet. Need more hands.
Oh god.
Ray actually speaks giant, so he kind of knows ogre like is trying to calculate like giant adolescence at this point. Like he's now like doing multiplication and like I feel like this is gonna take like 2 minutes of time as the ogre is calculating his age and Ray is like trying to figure out like.
See you guys later. Thanks for playing.
Thanks, Terry. I'll be right back.
Bye. Thank you.
So at this point, there is a. Oh, where'd Scott go?
He's peeing. Sorry.
Hmm.
He's peeing.
There's still 2 more rounds left of this.
We're gonna still do it. He just has to release his bladder. Right? That's what's happening, right?
I'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, no, that's what's happening.
Okay. Tea break.
That's actually probably more awkward than him actually admitting it.
So
I would like to say, as we're calculating the age of this ogre, Ray will like sort of like listen. I understand you're doing this whole trial thing, like, and like it's a thing, and I understand this whole ritual, but I'm not joining your fucking weird tribe. I'm not one of you. However, I will work as your agent. I really don't have any loyalty to this city. You need somebody that understands, things other than fire, like understands how fire works, I guess. Like, he's still an asshole about the whole thing. Like, you need somebody who understands, how math works, how any number more than the amount of digits you have.
So at that point, after saying all of this, another earth tremor. I need another dexterity save, please.
Oh. What's my dexterity save?
Not you, Becca.
Oh, okay.
Just Scott. And technically broken ogre.
16.
Who has left us?
Yeah.
It's a -1, so.
He's abandoned us.
And you are there.
Sorry about that.
No worries. So, James, what you missed as Ray started yelling at the voice, basically calling them out even more, agreeing to be their agent, insulting more people. Another violent earth tremor, and the ground beneath you starts like the dirt just starts like shooting off to the sides, and you start like dropping down, and suddenly the entire terrain of the arena is completely different. You would say you've probably dropped an additional 20 feet.
If you could count to 20.
Yeah, if you could count to 20, you're now 20 feet lower than you were before. The ground is now riveted. There is some kind of greenish liquid down in those chasms. And there is another challenger that will be played by Becca that I am getting for her now.
Okay, votes on the liquid. Most likely it's going to be either acid, absinthe, or green apple Kool-Aid.
Oh, absinthe. Let's just go full into absinthe. That'll be fun.
Becca,
Yes.
you now have a new handout for your new character.
Okay.
You can name it as you will. I didn't really give it one. Trying to figure out where I put the token. I
Steve.
had
The event?
one. Where did I put that token?
The gruel?
Oh, there he is.
This doesn't seem right. What's the name?
Should be like right underneath the previous one. So Gruel Trial 04.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Gruel Trial 04. Got it.
That is your new character sheet.
I'm just gonna laugh evilly.
Your token is here in the upper left.
Give me a second. I'm going to shift this off to the side.
So Broken Ogre, you can see
Yeah.
the troll has leapt the 22 feet down across the other side of the arena.
Oh no.
So he's a troll. As soon as Ray notices troll, he just nope.
Also, it's not one of the, the intelligent trolls. It's all
It doesn't matter. Ray is just like, nope. I have no access to fire, and well, I assume that green shit is acid. I'm not going
You have
to.
both fire and acid.
What?
Technically, you have both fire and acid then.
I don't have access to fire or acid.
You have both.
Martine has access to both.
I don't have access to any fire, and I don't have access
The
to
bracers.
So the brazers have fire, and the green stuff down the chasms definitely looks like it's probably acid.
Yeah, he will still be like, nope. Nope. And it will actually turn to the ogre, who I feel like, while they're not friends, and the, enmity of the, this is fucking stupid. Obviously, these fucks who died from a goddamn slug that I flinged at them hadn't gone through this bullshit. Like, what are we doing? We're fighting a troll in an acid pit. What is
No,
this fuck?
I'm fighting you in an acid pit. There's also a troll.
So the troll.
What about the halfling?
What
So
happened?
out here, the troll looks every bit as ferocious as most of its kin, yet there's definitely something off about it. It moves with a hobbled gait as though its legs were once broken and never set correctly. And upon second glance, most surely is lacking the typical grace with which these deadly hunters move.
I would like, by the way, and I would scream this out because it's Ravnica. Like, I know some trolls, and this is racist as fuck. I don't think Bill would appreciate being referenced into all this shit.
So anyway,
Are
that
you
could-
the Azorius? Is this voice? Are you being controlled by the man? You motherfuckers! You think you're all about bringing back to nature, but you're following the goddamn man.
Becca, can I get
Fuck the man! And like two
Fights?
fingers.
I'm sorry. Time out.
Mhm.
What was the question, Chester?
I need an initiative roll from you, please.
Okay. It's
No modifier, just roll 1d20.
Yeah, no, it's a straight D20.
So Ray's action was doing a whole lot of talking at
And it's basically trying to convince the crowd that holy shit.
Yeah,
What the
you're
fuck
not
is-
trying to convince me though, because I just want to eat your face.
Yep.
Hey. I had dibs on his face.
Sorry. Actually, Trina was up.
Well, can you maybe?
I still have like three
convince-
fights going on right now.
convincing me that his face is more delicious, or you've got something to offer me that is not his face.
I am still trying to convince the crowd that the voice is full of shit. I'm not trying to convince the ogre or the troll of anything. The ogre is obviously a child. I don't know anything about the troll right now. The halfling, I am trying to like show that like obviously her responsibility is to be a recurring villain, and that is where she is going to actually survive.
All right,
You
time
actually
out.
don't
Also,
have
trying to
want
make
to
sure the
eat-
other halfling that's still fucking alive doesn't die. Well, by the way, where is her body?
Yep. So you don't see them anymore. They're gone.
Are they in the acid pit?
You don't see them anymore.
Stop talking. Let me go do my roll.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. I'm going to attempt to bite and claw Ray while he is expositioning on his.
How?
You're really far away right now.
All right. How far?
Your token is in the upper left of the arena.
Oh, where am I? I gotta shift my. Yeah.
I'm in the center or bottom. You're in the upper right.
And I would advise not touching
left.
the green stuff.
Mew. All right. Which character is actually me? Because
So
I
yes,
just named
that one.
you.
that's. Oh, I am. Ah.
And I'm way the hell down here.
Ah. All right. Who is this person?
That's the Gabo that's got his tongue yanked out.
I literally have one person from every fight still alive.
All right. I'm gonna totally get up to him, and I'm gonna do my multi attack of bite and claw and just get him out of my way, cause. Yeah. Yep. Fuck all these people. And that person that is yelling in my face. Uh, 24 from the bite.
That hits the poor Gobbo.
He's okay. I hit.
Oh yeah.
It's not so much. It's only 1d6 plus 2.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's actually pretty low. Uh, 3 to hit?
Very damage.
So the what's left of the goblin's head is no more, as the troll just ripped it from its shoulders and is consuming it.
Okay, well, I've still. I don't have
Nom
any.
nom nom nom.
I don't have an option to. Wait, is there someone still in front of me?
No.
No.
The halfling is somewhere around here.
Okay, well, that's my movement then. I've got my movement and my action. I don't know. Can I do a bonus action to move some more?
You can move the rest of your movement.
Yeah, that's you've got the rest of
No,
your
I've
movement.
got apparently.
Oh, that's right, because you're hobbled.
No, my speed is only 25. I've got like
Yep.
one more
You're hobbled.
square feet of movement.
So you
Correct.
can move up, and then yeah, that would be it.
No, I seriously have like just no 5, 4.
You're fine. Moving on to Broken Ogre.
Bonk.
You're gonna attack me?
Try to.
Okay. That misses.
That's it.
I hate to do this because it's just in the rules. Can I make an attack action against the ogre and intentionally miss? The only reason I say this is because then I can bonus action attack the bridges to prevent the troll from walking across the acid.
You can try.
Okay, so I'm going to attack the ogre and intentionally miss. And then my mobility feat kicks in so that I can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. And I'm going to bonus action. Actually, 5, 10. Sorry. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40. Okay, and then I'm going to break this bridge.
You can try.
Okay. $21 to hit the bridge.
You hit it.
Helps if I hit the arm. God damn it. Six damage to the bridge.
That really hurt your hand.
Okay. I am also going to explain, complain the entire way forward that this is like acid pit troll fire. Like, listen, I will work for you. I will be your emissary. I don't give a shit. Like, this is dumb. Leave the child ogre alone. He obviously has no idea what's going on. I don't know what's going on with that fucking troll. The halfling just lost her sister. I don't know where the one that was goddamn alive went. Did you just dump her in acid, you fucking assholes? And that should be about 6 seconds.
Mm-hmm. So that brings us to the troll.
Okay. Where is? Okay. Yeah. No. Fuck. There's acid between me and him, so I've only got 25 feet of movement. I'm probably gonna use the dash action to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. right there. Right. Yeah, no, that's my turn. I am right there on the fucking bridge. No, I don't like this, but that's what that.
Broken ogre.
Little man's trying to run away. 30. There we go. Then dashing. Puts me right there. Nice. As I'm slowly lumbering after you.
I think Chester is hating the mobility feat right now. Like, generally.
I'm just really glad I didn't accidentally kill you super early.
Actually, the mobility feat is what has been keeping me alive the entire time because no one's been poking. Because I am out of key points, like straight out of key points.
Yep. Well, raise up.
Okay, I'm going to make an attack. You know what? I'm actually going to attack, even though it really it's a fucking ogre. I'm not concerned about that, but I am going to make sure, regardless of everything, I am not punching him in anywhere that could be perceived as sexual. So no, no uppercuts. This is straight pectoral shots, or so I'm going to give myself disadvantage on this with that.
Right in the titty.
Basically, but not nipple. No, not nipple. That you know.
I'm sorry, getting hit in the titty fucking hurts.
Right. But he's avoiding nipple. He still does an 18 to hit. So it is straight solar plexus right now.
Yep. You're good.
It hits.
So what?
How'd you manage that one?
I have no idea. Apparently, if you hit ++0, it counts it as a minus.
That doesn't make sense.
There you
Puncher heal me for negative damage.
go. I understand how minus would create positive. I don't know how plus would create negative. But anyways, so 4. And you don't get an attack of opportunity, so 5, 10. I will go ahead and use my bonus action attack to tip over this brazier and burn the fucking bridge.
The metal Great Bridge you're setting on fire.
No, it's metal.
Yes.
Okay, I assumed that it was wood. I am sorry.
That's why I said it hurt your
You could
fist.
still throw burning coals all over it.
I will still tip over. Yeah, I'll still tip over that fucking brazier so that it spills over the bridge. As my attack action. It's a shove action. How heavy is the brazier?
The brazier itself, it's on top of a now 22-foot column. Because it was just a bowl that was revealed when the first foot of earth went away. And as the ground has receded, remember I said there is a column just being revealed every handful of feet that you went down.
Okay, what's the column made out of?
The column is made out of stone.
Sorry, I'm calculating right now.
No worries.
You know what? Ray is at the point that he is, in frustration, going to grab the stone and headbutt the stone as an unarmed attack. He's going to knock himself unconscious, or he's going to break the goddamn pillar.
Dies of a
Yeah,
concussion.
literally no way of defeating this troll.
Right as your head, like as you start going back, you hear the voice yell, "Hold!" and everyone holds, like whether you want to or not. Even a crowd goes completely silent.
Oh, but I want to rip his face off.
Everyone is quiet. Everyone is still, and the voice says, "The Gruul are a tribe of people who hate and people who love, and passion drives. But we all know that as Gruul, there is one thing we all agree on. Nature is the pure, and we all hate the vile." And the acid pits, like all of a sudden, erupt in flame, like straight up, like geyser flamage. And then
Literally, the troll is sitting on top of right now.
It's pretty metal.
you're fine. It doesn't go that high.
Ow! 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 It hurts! It hurts!
Hot foot because it's on a metal grate. So like, it's
At
like
that point,
sand. It's like beach sand on a hot day.
yep. So at that point, a column of flame does come down from above, up here in the upper right of the arena, and an old battered demon, all scarified up, is there. And the voice continues, "And all Gruul hate the demons. Purge the demons, purge the infidel, purge the evil, return the pure." And basically, the voice is commanding all who would be Gruul, which includes Broken Ogre and Troll Skin over here.
Yep. Yep.
To,
What type of demon is it? Just out of curiosity.
do you have the ability to identify that?
An
I'm
evil
Rakdos,
demon.
yes.
He is
You
so
are not
amazing.
yet. You're a Rakdos. One up away. Do you have-
Sorry, I feel like that's kind of a like.
You can roll for it. I'll even give you advantage.
Okay. Religion or Arcana?
Whichever works for you.
Either the same. So, is it advantage?
Yes, you may have advantage.
10. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Where are you going?
I need to pee again, and it's not my turn.
Okay.
Flappy, flappy wingman.
Yes, it is a flappy, flappy wingman.
I don't think my character really gets to do anything.
You get to do something now.
Oh, do I? Can I
You
chew
can
on?
get to that demon.
Say again?
I said you can get to that demon.
But that demon is supposed to be representative who I'm. It's really...
Nope. So you're trying to become Gruul as this troll. So demons are the enemy of Gruul. Therefore, you've just commanded to work with those you hate, being the ogre and the human, to together take on a demon.
Yeah, no. I think this particular troll is gonna go full out against this demon. Also, sadly, against the people that might actually be allied against them. But right now, they are focusing on that fucking demon.
Yep, that's what everyone is being commanded to do. Because Gruul is a bunch of disparate races and tribes that all work together despite their mutual hatred of each other. They pick a common goal, they work towards it, they'll hate each other when they're done.
Yeah, no. This troll is gonna go after that demon. Which means a bite and claw attack. Which isn't very much. And I'm not... Oh, fuck. 19 for my bite. Does that hit?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Measly 8 points of damage. damage, and then the claw, which I'm pretty sure. No, sorry, that's not. Mm, 13 to hit on the second.
Also a hit.
All right. 2d6 plus 2 that time. 10 points of damage for the second.
So that's 18 damage total, correct?
Yes, and my creature, my troll, is going. I don't actually think they're saying anything. I think it's just a whole bunch of rage, and that they don't trust everything that this person has just said. They don't. It's like totally against what they thought they were buying.
You're doing exactly what the voice told you to do, though.
What's it?
The voice wants you to attack the demon.
Yeah, no, I'm buying into the voice. I am. No, the troll is buying into the voice. They are not buying into what the demon just said.
That wasn't the demon talking. That was the voice.
Oh.
The demon didn't say anything.
Okay. Killing? Question mark? Don't know. Really confused, but
Demon is scary. Kill demon.
Yes. So the whole point here is that the Gruul all can hit each other and still work together. That is what it means to be Gruul.
yep.
So that is where we're at. Broken Ogre, you're up.
Kill demon. Kill demon. Question mark.
Kill demon. Kill demon.
I mean, you're probably tall enough you could easily jump across that fire chasm with like a jump of 5. Athletics check of 5 or strength check of 5 would put you across that.
What's your strength?
It'll be funny when I
James?
fail. 19. I'm gonna go
you,
for a
you
jump.
pass that automatically, James.
Okay, there you go.
What if I got a critical failure though?
Well, no, critical failure only applies to attack rolls. It does not apply to skill checks, and you have a minimum standing jump speed of 8 feet
There you go.
because you have a strength of 19.
Boom. I like it.
That was only 30 feet. I can actually attack this round. Holy shit.
You don't have to fight somebody with a speed of 50 feet?
I don't have to chase after you. Does a 14 hit the demon?
It
Can I
does.
whack him with the club?
You can.
Smack. 14 points of damage.
I like it.
Smack the demon.
Okay. And
Yes.
that brings us to Ray.
Okay. Ray will mutter under his breath is like, at least they understand axe structure. And it will be like muttering the entire time he moves toward to attack this demon. And he's attacking the demon, and he has plenty of speed to do so. But the entire time he's like, 2 acts is a comedy, and there ain't nothing funny about this. 3 acts is a romance, and fuck no. And I ain't putting this to 5 acts for a goddamn tragedy. So it's time for an epic. And he will actually jump onto the demon's back into a chokehold and just beat the shit out of his temple. So flurry of blows against this thing's skull. And yes, I'm sure he probably has like some aura of flame or something that's going to bite me in the ass later. But
Nope.
$14,
That's it.
17,
That's a hit.
14.
That's a hit.
So 3 hits. So 18 points of damage. So it's just on his back. Just
It's a snake.
Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone. This is Sasava. She,
Hi, Sitava. She is a delightful snake.
she is our scaly daughter. She is
Oh.
the bestest of snakes.
She's super, super delightful.
See here. Roll 1d20 plus.
She's actually super calm right now.
She likes D&D. She actually really does. She always gets out and is actually very attentive on
So
it. Like,
the demon
I
on
actually
being
think it's a
clubbed.
lot more in that she's trying to, like, constrict my fingers. And also,
she's probably trying to be warm. So what did you just roll? So you just critted. What happened?
So the demon, upset at being hit, kind of does one of these, like flexes its chest and throws its arms wide and just throws you.
my suggestion
Through the
would
air.
actually be start warming up a mouse.
Okay.
So you land on the cool metal grate, you know,
Ow.
5 feet away. You're fine. No actual damage. It was just him breaking the grapple, basically. At which point,
So I know that like by rules that this is stupid because you've already declared that I don't take damage.
okay,
I would like to make an acrobatics check to look cool.
sure, that's fine. And if you pass it, I'll let you decide where you landed instead. How's that sound?
Okay.
Oh god, she's so fucking calm, but she's trying to wrap my.
20.
I will, since that's what I actually rolled, I'll say you can even dictate where you land with your cool somersault off of the demon.
I land actually like I don't want to land over the chasm of fire, so I'll land right here and I kind of skid to a halt and I will give a little.
Nice. So as the demon's kind of doing his like, oh, you know, protesting his rage to the world, and his wings like unfurl, and you can see that those things are like ribboned with holes. This thing is covered in scars and has clearly been beaten to hell. And the voice from above says, "Gruul, slay the Rakdos." And every single archer around the room draws and looses arrows at this demon, like simultaneously on command. And you just see arrows in every single direction coming in and pelting this demon, and it drops to its knees, black ichorish blood like billowing forth out of porcupine-quilled wounds all over it. It's like crawling, army crawling towards the chasm.
I actually will look at it and I will whisper to it, and I'll count this as my reaction if it's necessary. But I feel like we're kind of at a combat right now. But I'd be like, "You were never a primary part in the play. You were simply a stepping stone in our ascension to primacy." And I actually not only reference myself, but I reference. Actually, I don't reference myself at all. I reference the troll and the ogre and the halfling. Like, these are the primary parties. You are simply a backstory character. And when it's my turn, I'm just going to like basically heel kick, like curb stomp it in the fucking temple.
Cool.
I kind of want to play in other campaign where it's those characters.
Well,
Because
That's
I
pretty
will
much
say that Ray actually does
gonna
not view
wrap.
himself as a main character. He's kind of views himself as a roadie. He tries to make sure everyone else looks good.
As far as the Gruul are concerned, Ray, Broken Ogre, and Troll, and Gil, and possibly, should we decide to say as well, the other halfling who is unconscious, all were buried in the earth. They faced death, and they overcame it together as part of the Gruul, and are now considered members of the Gruul.
Yay!
Hey.
Okay.
And that is Scott's welcome home session that I brained up this afternoon while I was watching Aladdin in the movie theater.
Yeah, me and Becca need to go see it.
It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Hmm.
Although
The reviews have actually been really good. They said that, like, weirdly, the Jafar villain was not particularly compelling. Like, he wasn't very good.
Sure.
That Naomi Scott as Jasmine was amazing.
Yeah, my only thing about her, and I wouldn't even call it a complaint, is that at first I thought she was Sarah Michelle Gellar with her hair dyed brown and a really good tan. Like, she looked like she could pass for Sarah Michelle Gellar's like sister, maybe even a twin sister. Like, I was just
I actually
had
know
no
who Naomi Scott is, so I wouldn't say that, but like she's I would have preferred an Indian act. Like Naomi
Sure.
Scott is Indian, but she's not
right,
Indian.
Americanized Indian.
Yeah.
But I really like every time I saw her, I was like, damn, like I want to see a movie now with her and Sarah Michelle Gellar playing sisters. Like,
Yeah.
I really want to see that movie now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, apparently the Jafar villain wasn't great, and then Will Smith as the genie was weird.
you know what? I actually think it was pretty. I think he did a good job bringing a different twist to it, but still playing a classy tribute to.
I think the biggest problem with Will Smith being the genie is that basically it's not Robin Williams, and that
Right. And,
like-
and that's the problem. Like anyone who stepped into that role is going to face that because Robin Williams was amazing in that role. But
and I guess anything like there's certain actors you never want to play against. You don't want to play against Robin Williams in any
Please don't eat my nose.
in any quintessential role. Like it'd be like playing the lead in like Singing in the Rain. You don't want to play against Cary Grant. That would be weird.
yeah,
You don't.
I think Will Smith did a good job. I think it was a classy redoing of it. He got to do his own thing a little bit, but
Yeah, no, I've actually, I was not actually interested in the Aladdin remake until I saw the reviews, and I said it's actually really good. And Will Smith isn't bad as the genie. He does suffer from the fact that he's not he's not,
yeah,
but the reviews have been really good. They just said that the Jafar villain which was weird because the lead up to it was, everyone was talking about how like charismatic looking the Jafar villain was, but like they didn't really write very well. And they actually said whoever played Iago actually
yes.
tended to upstage him a lot.
Well, I mean, it's when you see who played Iago, you'd never know watching the movie till you read the credits.
Well, it's Alan Tudyk, and
Right.
Oh,
and Alan Tudyk can upstage just about anybody.
Yeah,
It's Alan Tudyk?
you'd never know. I mean, he's a
Well,
bird.
Alan Tudyk, most people don't know this, but Alan Tudyk is one of the best voice actors.
Right.
No.
And he says like no more than 3 words at any given time because he's playing a parrot.
Right.
No.
As opposed to when the original Aladdin, everyone knew Iago was played by Gilbert Godfrey because
Right.
it's goddamn Gilbert Godfrey. He has the most distinctive voice of anybody in the world.
All right, so I'm gonna just share that Sasava is very calm. However, pause. She wants to explore everywhere.
And then put her back in her enclosure because she's very.
No, she's now wrapping my fingers up. Oh God, I love you, Sasava.
I'm going to call it a night, everybody.
Okay, have a good night.
Yep, I will see you guys on Tuesday.
Snakes.
Thanks for coming, James. Hope you had a little bit of fun in the chaos.
Yeah. By the way, so we will be starting. I'm gonna send this text out.
I won't be here.
Not next week.
Oh,
I'm
good.
sure.
Yeah, I won't be here on the 31st. Sorry.
It's fine. I actually plan on starting it the first week in June. We will spend 3 weeks. It'll be the first chapter, and then we will take about a 2-week hiatus because that'll be me and Becca and my brother in Scotland.
Yep.
And then we'll begin the actual, the 3 weeks will be basically you guys getting to Malice,
Cool.
and then the game will truly start. And you guys, so I will tell you, and I will send you guys emails on this. But there is a political situation, and that's why I want you guys to start with the actual game first before I get into the politics of it. But and Becca, because Becca already knows the political situation, her character already has her own allegiance.
So does mine.
Yeah,
Yeah, and actually, our characters are somewhat. I would definitely say our characters actually have a allegiance because of their background.
yeah.
Sure.
But once you guys get there, there will be a political situation going on, and you guys will kind of have to decide where you go because how so all experience and gold like you will share experience will be divided up as standard. Everyone will get an equal share of experience depending upon what's going on. Gold will be decided by your own mercenary company of who gets what. But political ramifications will be decided by me. So I will need you to declare political factions. And while Chester and Becca have both declared their political factions, the rest of you guys haven't.
Yeah, and it's a little bit weird because while Chester and I have declared our political factions, our political factions could potentially be allied.
Well, yes, but
Yes
this is
and
more of a
no.
territorial thing. Like,
No, there's this whole yes and no thing.
well, again, this is very Deadwood inspired. Like, the political situation isn't like based upon like votes; it's based upon territory. So when you guys actually see the map, you'll understand. Like, one of the most, like in terms of population, one of the most popular people is the mayor, but he doesn't control any territory. While one of the least popular people is the sheriff, but Savra controls 50% of the city by the start of the game.
Oh, and hey, Chester, do you recognize that name?
I picked up on it.
And so you have to be aware of where territories lie. And like, I actually have to talk to Terry about it because one of the major political factions is Shar. There is an agent of Shar in the town. I have to because Shar's territory is literally 400 miles north.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm going.
Okay, but we will start not next week, but the week after.
Perfect. I'll be here for that.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys. Well, Monster Hunter tomorrow, maybe, and Tuesday for Sun Puppies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely
Games.
Monster
Maybe next
Hunter
week.
tomorrow. Sun Puppies. Yeah, we're going to try it tomorrow.
Invisible Sun will probably start in June as well. Wednesday. Well, Sundays. Sorry, the Sundays that we aren't playing this game.
Cool. All right. Bye, everybody.
Yep.
See ya. Good to see you back, Scott.
It's good to be back. It's really good to be back.
And
When are you leaving?
This is our scaly daughter, Sasava.
Oh,
When are you leaving for the other Monroe?
I graduate like late July, but I haven't actually gotten orders saying that I'm going straight to the
Have you
Douglas
gotten
Monroe.
WSE yet? Weapons Systems Essentials yet?
You
In
should
Yorktown?
share the Washburn interaction, by the way.
Did you know Washburn? You probably didn't, because you were the second of
Washburn University, or
No.
Washburn, the student.
the student.
He was actually, I think,
It was Becca's first class advisor class.
I don't think you guys knew each other.
You
no,
probably
I have no idea who that is. I just know Washburn University is the university I went to before I joined.
okay. That's weirdly
Yeah.
Anyways, Washburn was in Becca's first class advisor class. Becca actually pinned him when he made third. He was on the Douglas Monroe. No, the Monroe. Sorry. It
Monroe.
bugs me that they changed the name of your boat in order to make the new boat the Monroe. But the Monroe, he's the third there. And so, like, I was doing a thing on the computer, and like one day, like this is like 5 days ago, so like 3 days before I left, he looked at my computer because I was hardly ever on the computer in the ET shop. I was usually in the CWiz shop doing stuff. But he looked on the computer. It's like, why do you have a picture of my class advisor on your desktop? Like, that's my wife, Washburn. Apparently, Becca had pinned Washburn, and it took him 6 weeks to realize the name's Matt Glenny.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
And like to me, like if our names were like Johnson or Smith, sure.
Matt
We need
Glenny's a
only
bit
two
more.
McElhennys in the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
But also, I do. Oh yeah. Oh, you're so.
I was just wondering when you were getting to Alaska. So you haven't gotten to weapons systems essentials yet?
Is that the C school out of Yorktown?
Yeah.
Or no, I haven't.
Okay.
Though I remember,
It's
like when I
useless. It is completely useless. Just to let you know, but um, they might. The TQC is being very particular about making you guys go.
I remember I had like emailed some either an ET1 or like a chief, whoever's in charge of the C schools for CWIZ and like sending people to them like a few months ago. Because Carper, my roommate, also going to CWIZ,
Mm.
going to be the another third on the normal Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
Said that
Good.
there was like another C school we got to go through and like to email this person to see when we're going to it. And the guy said that I'd be going sometime next year.
Yeah. I would. So it depends upon you. For Carper, and like
Who was
it'll
also
be
one of my students.
it'll be a fight with Carper because right now, so I was on the normal. I was on the Whimsel Monroe. I don't like to say the normal Monroe because, yeah. But on the Whimsel Monroe, Carper is supposed to report in, and they desperately need him, and that's going to be a fight. I don't think Carper is going to get it like before he gets reported
No, Sasava
because
has wrapped my fingers, and
because
she.
Mr. Clark is like very like he is an old FT and he's like this class is stupid. You might actually be able to get it depending upon your 378, and I don't know what's going on, but I have a feeling Carper is not going to get it before he has to repeat.
No, it's actually really important for her to get
Because they desperately need him, and I am actually very like I want him to get there because I really don't want to go back, and if he's not there, I'm gonna have to go back because they have to go through Tista in November.
Is it alright if Alright, this is gonna be a little bit odd because Sasava is trying to constrict my fingers, but I need to stop the XSplit stream. So
Please do. Actually, I didn't realize it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. I was just wondering. It's like, did we ever stop the stream?
oh,
Yeah, like
she still oh god, she still has me. Scott, I actually could use
I will come over.
I actually could use some help because she's full on constricting both my hands. I just need you to stop the stream because she's not stopping my blood flow. But go over to the stream. Where's the mouse? There is no mouse right now. I have my yeah. Just stop the stream. It's all good.